This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
The blooming flowers, a walk in the park, maybe breaking out the shorts for warmer temperatures. All this you relate to spring. But what about steak and shrimp? Oh yeah, Chef Zeus from Benvenuto Restaurant certainly is making them part of the spring season, and he has them here in the DelmarvaLife kitchen. How are you putting this beautiful, what do we call this?
Magical
display together.
This flying carpet of a dish.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very simple. So this is our steakhouse market salad, and market really refers to what is fresh that day and what we can bring in. So it's not something that, hey, this is what the salad is.
Right.
It's whatever we're able to get our hands on.
Okay.
Right. So that's what we're doing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some beautiful local mesclun or baby greens, and you'll see when we plate this up, I'm a very big fan of negative space, so I tend to plate on one side. I don't know why. When I was younger, everything was dead center. If it wasn't right in the center, oh, we got to move it over. Where now, I tend to plate everything, to the left side. So
Okay.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. It's just a chef thing, I guess.
It's just a jump to the left.
It is, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you can, but there's actually a reason why we're doing this with this particular salad. All right. So what do you use? So what we're going to do today is we're going to use some roasted peppers. Okay, and we're going to lay some of these roasted peppers out. I love roasted peppers, really on anything. They're great for soups. They're great for salads. They're great in sauteed dishes, and they just look beautiful.
And they're colorful.
Yes, yes. So, believe it or not, this goes great with this. This is roasted butternut squash. Ooh. All right, which I love. So, obviously, it's something that you may see as we kick it off. This new menu, and the new menu, of course, it's going to be loaded with lots of, old favorites. Our guests have told us, hey, listen, you have to keep this on. So what we do is we kind of swap certain things in and out. So we have some beautiful tomatoes here, and again, you can see already we're sort of, plating for the eye, right? There's some good colors, all right? I love a little sweetness in my salad, sweet and savory.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do some of these dried cranberries here.
So how do you decide what comes off the menu?
Well, our guests tell us we're 4 years in, just a little bit over 4. Yes, time flies, doesn't it?
Does.
And what happens is, once you change the menu, which we would change the menu quite often, they would let us know. Why is this not on here? Or what happened to the octopus? Right? Or
wasn't me.
Right? Or what happened to this dish? Or what happened to that dish? So, we have to listen because, look, they're our lifeline, and they're the ones that tell us what they want. So we listen. So we try to keep as much of that stuff on as possible. All right? So I did some onion. I love some Brussels.
I was going to say, those are just the Brussels leaves.
Yes, they are. And you can fry these if you want a little crunch. But I just like the freshness on this. And what it does is it gives a little hardiness to that spring mix, because the spring mix can be very light. Right. Right? So some folks may go with maybe a romaine or something for this because it does have steak. Right? And then we're using some of these candied walnuts. Yes, that we candy in-house.
I noticed you put those on her end.
Yes. Look, with anything, it's about texture, right? So you want that crunch, and you want that balance, a little sweet and salty.
I'll take that for you.
Thank you so much. And what goes best with?
Go ahead, Chef.
I saw that.
Don't mind us. We're just kind of.
With any steak salad is gorgonzola, right? So some gorgonzola just to kind of, bring that bite, and it really lends itself great to that steak. So now our salad is pretty much done. So what we can do is, look, we're doing blue cheese, right? Some blue cheese dressing. Okay. So we're just gonna lay this on the side. So you can add a little, you can add a little bit more if you like. And our salad is done, all right? So there's the salad. Look how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous. Now we're gonna turn our attention to this guy here. All right, this is sort of the star of the show.
It's had my attention, I have to say.
Yes, you and me both. So now, this is the Cadillac of steaks. This is the filet mignon. This is the center cut, and we cut these in-house. Now, you may say, wow, that's a lot of salt. Remember, when you're cooking these steaks, you want to use a lot of salt, okay? Because it's going to take it, all right? This is about a 2-inch, cut steak. This is just around 8.5 ounces, okay? And you want to use a good amount of salt, all right?
And is that a particular kind of salt? Is that sea
So
salt?
I use kosher salt.
Kosher,
yes.
okay.
And I like it because it's a little bit, the grains are bigger, so it allows me to really feel how much I'm using, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna do some oil, and this pan right now is hot. It's scorching hot, okay? As you will see when we put this guy in, we'll just crank them up a little bit more. We're also gonna do some shrimp.
Okay.
Okay, because this salad is steak and shrimp. So we have our beautiful shrimp here, okay? And this is our house blend that we use, and it just really makes these shrimps pop. All right, again, super hot pan, a little bit of vegetable oil, okay? And what we're now gonna do is, we are going to pop this steak in, all right? And you need to hear that sizzle, okay?
My mic is close.
And there it is.
Hear that sizzle?
All right, there it is. So what we are going to do now is we are going to sear this guy. We want a nice rare steak, right? You guys
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, or medium rare.
Medium, I
rare.
love it.
All right, we're going to get this guy going nice and seared. We're going to finish him in the oven.
Right.
And then we're going to allow it to rest, all right?
That's important.
And when we come back, what's going to happen?
So in the meantime, we're going to do the shrimp.
Yes, we are.
Gotcha.
All right, you heard the man. We're gonna come right back, finish this up, and eat it. Stick around, DelmarvaLife. We'll be right back.
Moody and rare.
This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
It has been non-stop sizzle in the DelmarvaLife kitchen between the filet mignon and the shrimp, and the pans have been making noise, and that's because Chef Zeus from Benvenuto Restaurant has been getting all of our ingredients ready to put together his steakhouse market salad, which is part of the new spring menu.
That is gorgeous.
It really
That is-
is.
that is
It
beautiful.
really is. And so, so when we went on break, we finished our steak in the oven, and then we pulled it out, we let it rest,
Okay.
and now we're ready to slice it.
Why do you let it rest?
That's a great question, Lisa. Thank you. So what happens is, the difference between a perfectly cooked steak and a not so good cooked steak is the resting. So you have to let these guys rest because all the juices are in there. They're moving around. You have to allow time for those juices to kind of reincorporate themselves and get back into that protein. If you ever cut into a steak and all these juices run out
Right.
all over the place,
Yeah.
the steak wasn't properly rested.
Oh, okay. I don't want to interrupt what you're doing. You go ahead and do this.
Yes.
And how long do I know to rest this piece?
You guys have the best questions. You know
We have
that?
the best sources.
I
You know
mean that. So usually the rule of thumb is 5 minutes for every inch. So
this way.
So yes, exactly this
Oh,
way,
okay.
the thickness. So a 2-inch steak, usually about 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so that's kind of what we do. So we're looking for this perfect temperature here, and you're going to see that is absolutely
Look at that.
looks
On point.
so good.
Twist that around
Okay.
for me, Chef, so the camera
Yes,
can see.
yes, we're going to turn it this way
Look
so
at
you
that.
guys can see that.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Yes, it really is. And again, the difference is in the resting. So if you notice, as I'm slicing this, there are no juices pouring out.
Yeah.
Right? It is a perfectly rested steak.
So that means we get to eat them.
Yes, we do. And then I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is to plate this salad, okay? So what we will then do, remember, because we eat with our eyes, so what I'm going to do is we're going to start this way, all right? And we just want to, just really pay tribute to this animal that, look, honestly, has given his life so that, we can live ours. And this is how beautiful this salad is going
Now,
to look.
obviously, not everybody likes their steak
No, and that's-
mooing.
right.
And you cook it to order?
Yes, we do. We do every steak at the restaurant at Benvenuto to order. And again, I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see that, and this is the cream of the crop when it comes to salads. And then we have some shrimp that are going to go with this, and these are beautiful.
You do
cream
like it off
shrimp.
center now, don't you?
I do. And, I think that allows our guests to sort of, kind of just eat it the way they like.
Yeah.
And look, I have some beautiful red vein sorrel to kind of complement our steak. See how nice that goes? Yes. And, again, we want to make sure that our guests are treated, very well, and that they feel that they are getting the quality that they
Proper
deserve.
attention.
And this is the finished dish. But one of the things that I do, if you guys saw, I season very heavy, but it's okay to just kind of go back, a little bit more kosher salt. And I do like to use pepper. And I like to put my pepper on at the end because pepper will tend to burn when you're searing at high temperatures. So it's always best to do your pepper at the very end versus before you sear
So it doesn't taste burnt.
And for all our friends at home, look at that.
That's gorgeous.
And the best part is you guys are going to get a chance to eat this.
Isn't that terrible?
That is the best
Every
part.
time you come in, we start counting the days until Chef gets here.
I'm going to move my tools aside so you guys can get to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, while we were gone on break, he also explained to us the intent and purpose of the tail on a shrimp.
Yes. And that's so you can, flip them. So that's why tails have or shrimp have little tails, so you can flip them.
Nothing else, just that.
Right?
I guess it's not a little piece.
And there's so much going on in there, right? You have all your little, add-ons, your gorgonzola, your red onion, your tomatoes, your roasted peppers, your candied nuts for a little balance. But
Zeus, I don't think I've ever tasted a more perfecter piece of steak in my life.
that is a word, perfecter.
It is now.
I love it.
This is fantastic.
Right here on my fork.
Chef, thank you so
Oh
much.
my goodness, thank you guys
Tell
so
us how to
much.
get to Benvenuto.
So we are at 249 Northeast Front Street in Milford, all right? And I'd also like to mention that tomorrow night, we are having our good friend, Manfredo di San Bonifacio, all right? He's coming in from Italy.
Yeah?
And we are going to be doing a wine dinner tomorrow. And
Oh my.
I believe that there are a few seats left. So if you guys are interested, give us a call, 302-265, where are we at? There we are, 2652.